out because she drove down here at like 50 miles an hour, so I just came out to look, and I can hear her in her car screaming at me without...
Yeah.
Well, no telling what we got going on in this one. Y'all already know this is going to be a crazy reaction video.
You don't get to leave right now.
At 9 a.m. on Wednesday, the police received a report of a trespasser.
Wait, I'm trying to figure out what's going on.
Boy, that's pretty early in the morning to be getting a call like that.
These are the events that followed.
And I can hear her over there before. I never even said anything to her. I just came out to look to see who was speeding.
Yeah.
I can hear her over in the car going, "Hey, old man, get the f*** out of here. What the f*** are you looking at? Get the f*** away from that store."
Maybe he was being nosy. Maybe he was sticking his nose in the wrong business.
Going on with the
Hold up.
right? So then she...
Hey, don't be reaching for stuff.
No, I'm just...
Boy, that's never a good idea to be reaching for stuff when a cop didn't even ask you to start reaching for stuff.
All I'm doing is like get him...
Don't be reaching for stuff.
Okay,
Boy.
this is my car. This is my
I know.
I can't reach for anything.
Boy, it look like her dog is going to protect her too. You know what I mean? Like, oh, man, hopefully it don't, man.
No, right now there's a disturbance, so no, you can't.
No, you can't just...
Whoa.
Excuse me, no, absolutely not. You are...
Bro, that's crazy. I don't understand that situation. That's like escalating the situation with the dog. Because you know if a dog is being that way and you reach inside and grab the owner's arm or something like that, that's gonna make the dog get even more wild. Everybody know, even little dogs want to protect their owner. You know what I mean?
Absolutely not. Are you serious? No, you don't get to do that. You don't get to just touch my property. Are you kidding me right now? You're going to assault me in my own...
Oh my goodness, man. Oh my goodness.
Get out of my car!
Ma'am?
Don't touch...
You gotta be kidding me. You know, she should have stepped out and let a dog stay in the car. You know, and handled the situation like a grown adult.
You're not. What are you doing? No!
Oh.
You don't get to do that to me! Absolutely not!
Right now?
Absolutely not! Bro, you don't...
Man, that's so crazy because that dog could get out the car and everything. You know, you never want your dog to be getting out on the loose with somebody you don't even know.
Stop! You don't get to...
Ooh, boy, she got an attitude problem, boy, in the middle of a traffic stop.
Assault me in my own car!
Oh, boy.
I'm sitting here doing nothing! I'm trying to leave! I've done nothing wrong!
See, that is the... Man, that gotta be the exact opposite way of how somebody should handle any type of situation involving law enforcement.
This is horrible.
Oh.
Get out of the car! This is an order! Get out of the car!
Oh, boy. Man, it's like I'm watching a cartoon where somebody's going crazy.
This is an order!
Oh, that dog is barking right next to her face, too.
I've done nothing wrong! I've done nothing wrong and you're trying to assault me! Stop! Please stop! Please stop! Please let's
Get out of the car!
You're trying... Stop! I can't think and I'm not okay!
Get out of the car!
Oh, boy.
Hello? No, I'm not...
Oh, she's just making the situation like, what, 10 times worse, I would think? You talk about escalating the situation with law enforcement whenever you start screaming in the middle of a traffic stop.
Okay, I'm not okay at all.
Get out of the car,
A
man!
police officer is trying to assault me in that Osprey Acres stormwater.
Bro, how many times is she gonna have to ask her to get out of the car? Man, she just needs to get out of her car and close the door, you know, and make sure the dog got air to breathe and everything. Man, come on.
Park, please come here now. Please come here.
22. I'm
at Osprey Acres
Oh, boy.
stormwater park.
Who is she even on the phone with? She's calling somebody to go see about the officer over there or something? It don't make no sense. But what she think that's not really a cop? Bro, that is crazy. She's on the phone talking about get over there and stuff like that.
Please come here with Anthony. Please come here with whoever you can come here with immediately. Please help me, please.
You talk about escalating the situation. I mean, this is like, God, man.
Get out of the vehicle, ma'am!
Please help me, please.
Ma'am! Get out of the vehicle! This is an order! We're trying...
Ooh, I don't know who taught her how to be in a traffic stop like that, bro. But that ain't no way to do it there.
Figure out what's going on. You're reaching inside a bag. I don't need you reaching inside a bag.
Whoa.
I was looking at my
Ma'am, do not reach...
Are you kidding me? She just told her not to be reaching inside of the bag and then she did it again? You know how many times those type of things end badly? Like, oh my goodness. There probably is so many situations in the middle of a year where somebody reaches when the cop is telling them not to reach for stuff, and then another thing happens.
Inside the bag.
This woman has opened my vehicle.
I have every right to be here right now.
You
Yes, I
don't.
do. Someone
Oh.
called
You
for
have no
disturbance.
right
She's telling the cop that she don't have no right to do something. Boy, that is crazy.
to come into
And she a civilian.
my vehicle. I am in my car sitting.
Get
Oh.
out of the vehicle.
Opened my car and you
It's like she's not seeming to understand the situation at the moment.
crossed the line. You have no authority to come
Yes,
into
I
my
do.
vehicle. No, you don't.
Oh.
No, you don't.
Maybe she's a lawyer and she knows exactly what she's talking about. But then again, maybe she don't, and she don't know what she's talking about.
Right now?
Call your supervisor. Call your
He's
supervisor.
coming.
Please call him.
Everyone's coming.
Oh.
Please call him. This has escalated.
She really wants the cop supervisor to go over there and see that mess. Man, that's crazy.
Too much. This has escalated.
You're right, so get the fuck out of the
I
vehicle.
don't need to
Oh.
leave my vehicle because I don't. You opened
She's probably making that cop real mad. You know what I mean?
my door.
She's like making the cop not be able to do a job right.
I was sitting
You are correct.
I was calmly
You are
and
correct.
safely
Oh.
in my car, and we could have had a discussion. But
Right
instead
now?
of that, you opened my
You
door
were
and
listening. You were
physically-
reaching inside your bag, ma'am. You were
For
listening
my
to any of
phone.
my commands.
I don't need to listen to your command.
Boy, nobody know what you reaching up in your bag for. What you talking about for your phone and everything of that. Boy, the cop don't know what's up in your bag.
Yes, you
I
did,
don't
but
feel
I'm
safe.
investigating a disturbance.
Well, you did not have to. You opened my door. The only reason my door is open.
Bro, that's kind of wrong what she's doing right there.
You
opened your
opened
door?
it.
Yeah,
you
you
physically,
opened
and
it.
I tried to lock my door, and you physically.
Well,
Okay,
you
she
just-
broke my door. She broke my door.
Nothing's broken.
You broke this. This was not like that. That-
I mean, arguing back and forth with a cop like that, what kind of situation you want it to be? You know, who thinks that they could just argue? What she thinks she's just gonna argue with the cop, and then leave like no traffic ticket, no nothing. I don't understand this.
No, it wasn't. Yes, it was. Okay, now this officer is lying. I need so much help right now. I need help. I need my family.
You're right.
I need an
There's
supervisor.
other
I don't know what she's talking about. Like, bro, if anybody goes over there, I mean, other than a lawyer or something like that, all they're gonna do is escalate the situation even worse. You get what I'm saying? So,
deputies coming, and that's why we're waiting.
Honestly, why did you open my door and break
Because
my
I'm
door?
investigating
You
a
broke
disturbance.
my door.
Ma'am, if you had listened to my commands, there wouldn't have been any broken
If
door.
you didn't open my door, so
ooh, she's getting up in that cop face almost, boy. You know, you don't want to be doing that. You don't want to be showing any type of emotion like that. Nah, screaming and everything in the middle of a traffic stop, that's one thing. But if you getting up in the cop face, boy, that's a whole nother thing.
aggressively, I would have listened to you. You opened my window.
I'm not gonna argue with it.
You aggressively tried to come into my.
And what does somebody think in the middle of a situation like that? Do they think by arguing they just gonna get up out of that situation? They think the cop is gonna be like, "Oh, I'm done arguing and leave" or something. I don't. Man, that's crazy.
What my
I'm not arguing with
I was
you.
trying to exit.
Oh.
Stop, Iggy, stop. Stop, Iggy, for 1 minute, stop. I was trying to exit.
Oh.
I'm currently at Spray Cove. I'm trying to exit with my service dog training. I was told.
Oh boy, you see that dog don't know who that cop is. You know, man, he just sees somebody, you know, trying to get his owner out of the car and everything like that. So, man, it's just a bad situation to be in, you know, especially with your pet like that.
To leave, so I'm leaving. I was in the process of leaving, and then I was stopped by this cop who very aggressively opened my door, which
I
was
asked you to
locked.
get out of the vehicle 3 times before I opened.
I mean, she was picking up her window and everything while the cop arm was in the car. Or at least I thought I seen that for sure. I'm pretty sure I seen that window going up whenever the cop arm was up in there. Boy, that's a man. I would never want somebody to pick up their window. Man, that is crazy.
It was locked. The door was locked. You aggressively opened the window as I was
asked you
shutting.
nicely
and
to
I
get
said
out of
no.
the vehicle.
I didn't want to get out of the vehicle.
Prior to, yeah, it doesn't matter. I'm investigating a disturbance. It really doesn't
You
matter.
could have asked me questions through the window. There's no reason I have to exit the vehicle.
Man, no telling what she was doing before that whole situation unraveled, huh? Man, no telling what that man seen out there before that situation unraveled, boy. That is crazy.
There's absolutely no
Okay.
reason.
So
Ooh.
he was
Oh.
just coming to do a check.
Please
Area
don't.
check.
Please
He
don't.
stopped me, telling me that there was a disturbance, and as soon as I step out, She starts yelling. She's reaching for her bag. I tell her to step out of it.
Boy, that gotta be one of the most dangerous things you could do in the middle of a traffic stop is reach for stuff that the officer's not even telling you to reach for. Boy, that's crazy.
I'm not listening. So then she goes to close the window. So
Oh boy.
Inside. And she's
Oh boy.
she's not listening and she's going to so she finds me. So
Oh snap! So she just basically told her that she is going to jail, partner. Boy, that's crazy. You see that's part of the reason why you don't want to act that way in the middle of a traffic stop like that.
I can't get her out of the car.
Are you guys ready to
Get out of the vehicle. I'm gonna ask you one more time.
What is she talking about? Are you guys ready to listen like she's above the law or something like she's their boss? Like what is she talking about? Are you guys ready to listen? That was a funny remark.
I want to speak to your supervisor.
Oh boy.
Do that to me.
All right, get out of here.
Sad situation.
You can't do that.
You know, you never want to see anybody go through that, but man, it is what it is, you know.
What are you doing? I'm not
Oh my goodness, she's even kicking. She's even trying to kick the officer. Man, that's crazy.
Why are you trying to arrest me?
Boy, everybody know that you should never kick an officer, boy. You could get in all kind of trouble for something like that.
I've done nothing.
Boy, oh my goodness.
How are you going to arrest me when I did nothing?
Oh snap.
Is this what you want?
You gotta be
I was
kidding me.
leaving, sir. You know I was leaving. Why would you do this to me? Why? Please tell me why. Yeah. Why are
Oh, that's crazy.
Get her in cuffs. I got her.
That's part of the reason why you don't want to put yourself in that situation.
This can't happen. Please don't
that's
try to do this.
crazy.
Please have a conversation.
Oh
I don't
boy.
understand why you're being so
Oh
aggressive.
boy.
What about my stuff? Stop moving. Please just. I didn't do anything else.
Oh,
You're right. It didn't have to happen this way. If you listened, it wouldn't have happened this way.
gotta stay cool, calm, and collective.
But the thing is, you're so
Dang.
aggressive. You physically reached into my car.
Because I gave you a verbal order to get out of the car.
But I wasn't feeling safe and I didn't do anything.
Ooh, she act like she know the law more than the cop know the law.
I don't understand why you have to be
Oh, that's crazy.
so aggressive.
You didn't listen to my
I was leaving. This gentleman told me I can't be here, so I was
you gotta
on
be
my way
kidding
out,
me.
and now I'm being arrested.
That's why you never want to put yourself in that situation. If you don't put yourself in that type of situation by arguing with the cop back and forth, then you don't never have to worry about no consequence like that. You get what I'm saying? Unless you already did something that's bad or something, you know. But I'm no lawyer, I'm no cop. I'm just saying what a regular civilian would think about this kind of stuff. All right? It's kind of deep. This stuff gets deep. You know what I mean? Like, but you gotta know, you gotta be able to remain cool, calm, and collective with any type of situation in a police encounter like that, you know, because if you don't remain cool, calm, and collective, you don't know, your emotions might get the best of you, and you might act out in a situation that you didn't mean to act out in, all because you let your emotions take over. And that's one thing about being in the middle of a traffic stop or any type of situation dealing with law enforcement and stuff. Boy, you gotta know how to handle your emotions. Because if you don't, you might have to face consequences for your emotions that you just let out in the heat of the moment like that. And whenever you in the heat of the moment and you let out emotions, everybody know most of the time it's never a good idea, and most of the time it's the bad decision, right? Whenever you let your emotions take over. You know, you really got to think things through before you act upon them. You get what I'm saying? Like that's just something that everybody on here should already know. And, you know, hopefully for her that she living a better life now and she ain't doing nothing bad, you know, or arguing with the police no more and stuff like that, you know. Hopefully she's doing way better, you know. You always have hope that those people have learned from their mistakes and everything like that, because you never want to see anybody end up in handcuffs like that, you know. You never want to see somebody make the wrong choices like that, but it happens. And I feel like videos like this could be a learning lesson to everybody that watches them, how you should not, you know, if you see this happen to somebody where they get arrested, why would you do the same thing? So I feel like these type of videos really help people understand that if you act out in that type of situation where you're in the middle of a traffic stop with a police or something, bro, you know, this is something that could possibly happen if you would act that way. And I really feel like that this type of video right here with me reacting to it and everything, it really helps bring out, and you know, I'm bringing out these points as we go on in the video. But you know, I really think that it helps a lot of viewers who may not understand that, who may not know how to act in the middle of a traffic stop. You know what you're supposed to do in the middle of a traffic stop, though, if an officer ever pulls you over or anything like that? You're supposed to remain cool, calm, and collective. And usually you're supposed to have your registration, your license, and proof of insurance and everything like that ready to go when the officer gets up to your window. That way you ain't got to worry about none of that other stuff. Or you know what? Or you could just let him ask you for it and then you get it. You know, that might be the better approach. I don't know. But because maybe you don't want to be reaching for stuff whenever he's walking up to your car. Maybe I'm not too sure. You know, I'm no cop. I'm no lawyer. Just a regular civilian like everybody else. But yeah, man, you really gotta watch yourself in the middle of a situation like that. You know, you always have to be able to make the right choice. Even if it's in a bad moment, you got to be able to make a right choice, you know, and move on with things. You know, you don't, you know, if she would have just remained cool, calm, and collective, she would have never been dealing with nothing extra. You know, she got a bunch of extra stuff, you know, now because she refused to get out and everything with the cops and everything, probably, you know. But man, that's crazy.